joined by my daughter Addie, and we're going to put the lid on the top part that we've now filled up with the compost. I've got a couple of different kinds of tape here that I wanted to show you. This one is a little bit more like a duct tape kind of material, and it's at least somewhat transparent, so I'm still going to be able to see through it, and it's actually really pretty strong. It's usually used as a packing tape. This would not be a bad one to use at all. I also have a clear packing tape here that I can use. What I wouldn't necessarily recommend is some kind of paper tape. That's probably going to end up breaking down if it gets wet at all. Washi tape, definitely not going to be strong enough. Scotch tape, I'm kind of feeling like is going to end up potentially coming off, and I'll show you why in just a second. You really want to make sure that something is taped well. If the only strong tape that you have is duct tape, you can use that. It just blocks your visibility wherever it's at. Okay, so what we're gonna do now, notice that this is still sitting in here, and this part's really pretty full, is we're basically gonna be putting the top onto here. So what's gonna happen is we are gonna go ahead and I'm gonna ask Addie to kind of hold this up like this. She's gonna squeeze this in just a little bit to make this sit up just a bit higher. Remember, that's our base that's gonna keep it on it, okay? We've got the 4 cuts on the top of here, so this plastic part will be able to sit inside of it, okay? And I've got 4 cuts that are not huge on top of here that are going to allow me to go over. Now, as you can see, I'm gonna kind of take these top pieces and squish them in together. It just makes it a little bit easier to be able to do this. I'm gonna go ahead and put this on the top. Okay, once I have this on the top, we're gonna take this out of the spot that it's sitting in, okay? And we're going to tape around it. Do you wanna hold or do you wanna tape, Addie? I'll hold. Okay, so notice when I've got these cuts, okay? Here's where the top of this cut goes. Here's where the top of this container is. You wanna make sure that you at least get past this cut, okay? But I wanna have some extra space, and I'll show you why in just a second. Okay, so Addie, you wanna hold? Which tape do you wanna use? The totally see-through one that's not quite as strong, or a little bit stronger, but not quite as see-through? Okay, so where I'm going to really wanna concentrate my tape, I don't wanna put my tape all over all of it, because if I put over all of it, then I'm not gonna be able to see it, and that's the whole point of this. So where this plastic is at the bottom, I'm gonna really want to tape that. Also, where I've got the slits, I'm gonna make sure that I've got that taped too, okay? All right, so as Addie's holding it, okay, can you turn it just a little bit for me, Addie, as we go around here? Okay, and you know what I forgot to grab here, Addie? Scissors, if you don't mind grabbing them. Okay, so you can see right here she's grabbing the scissors that I still have a little bit of a cut there. And yeah, I really don't want to have compost juice dumping all over my stuff. So I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna add a little bit more tape. Again, I've already used this tape that's on there. I'm gonna make sure this is really, really tight. Even if I try twisting this right now, I can't get it to turn, okay? But I think for this part, I'm gonna go ahead and use a little bit more of a see-through tape just because I don't wanna lose all of my visibility on here. Thanks for the scissors, Addie. Okay. All right, so now we've got it all nice and tight in there, and there's only one thing that we're missing right now, and that's air holes, okay? So I'm gonna go ahead and set this back down in here, and you can choose to either use a nail and hammer, or if you have a drill with a small bit on here, you can go ahead and add a few holes that are on here. Sometimes it works better than others. It doesn't need to be perfect. Okay, so I got a few air holes on there. All right, again, you can use a nail and hammer. You can use whatever you, I'm sorry, a hammer. I said that right, didn't I? Yeah. All right, anybody else get nervous when they're suddenly getting recorded? Okay, you know what I'm seeing? I'm seeing that, oh, sorry, that's from the other part. There we go. Like I said, camera shy. Okay, so I've got this really nice and tight. I've made sure that I've got tape that's gone up past this. Now, what I'm going to end up doing fairly often is giving this a little bit of a shake. Notice the fact that I'm not turning this upside down, okay? I can if I want to. It's probably not gonna hurt anything because right now I don't have a lot of liquid in there, okay? That can actually be a little bit of a problem too. If you don't have enough liquid in there, you can actually end up with it not working very well and getting all dried out. So one of the things that you can do, if you would like to, is every once in a while, if you see that it's getting too dry, you can go ahead and peel off the tape. And Addie, would you mind grabbing the water spritzer that's underneath the sink? Okay, I can very easily peel off the tape. It's not a big deal. It's not like it's permanently glued on there. And I can give it a little bit of water. If you don't have a water spritzer, you can get a cup of water and just pour a little bit on there. What you don't want to have is it soft, okay? So the general rule of thumb is that it needs to be damp, but not soggy, and that'll provide the same conditions that you need, whoops, for your compost to be able to decompose well. Okay, so Addie, why don't you go ahead and pour just a little bit of water in there?
Tell me when.
If we end up with too much coming off there, then we can always let it drain through. It's really not too big of a deal. And oh, look at that. Our drain holes are actually already working. Okay, so now that I've got that on there, I'm going to go through the same process again of just taping this back on there. How often are you going to need to add water to it? Well, that kind of depends on how dry your area is, but you want to make sure that it's just kind of a nice damp. And if you're a little worried about it and you don't want to have to take it off too often, go ahead and add more water on there the first time if you want to, or even when you do it, is then all of it's getting watered all the way around, and the extra stuff's just gonna filter right through our rocks, down through our lid that has the hole, and drain out into our base, okay? Not a big deal. And definitely make sure that you add or put the lid back on the next time, and make sure that it's nice and tight so you don't end up taking it off and giving it a shake and having it go everywhere. I might have accidentally done that in a 4th grade classroom once. So take a look and see what happens. You can try making more than one of these if you want to, and see what happens if you leave this in the dark. My containers for compost outside are dark. Does that make it easier for it to, decompose? Or is it better if it's out in the sun? If you want to, make a couple of them. Give it a try, see what happens, okay? But for my class, I want you to make sure, please, that on Tuesdays and Thursdays, you're taking a look at your composter, and I want you to draw it. And we're going to be doing a diagram, which, remember, is a labeled drawing. So you're not just drawing it, and you're drawing it and you're talking about, oh, look at that. It looks like my big piece of cabbage is still there, or it's not. What's the color of the dirt? Does it have a smell? If you notice that it starts to pick up too much of a smell, or it attracts insects, then we're probably not shaking it often enough. And that's probably a sign that you need to add a little bit more paper. All right, have a great time. Thanks.